Branding. What is that word? You hear about it all the time. He's branding, she's branding. That's a good brand, that's a bad brand. What about the brand? You see it all the time, even when you don't think you see it, even when you're not thinking about it. Why do you think those NASCARs drive around with Lowe's or M&M's printed on the hood? You think Lowe's is just a big fan of racing? Why do you think gigantic football stadiums are named Qualcomm and Mercedes-Benz, NRG, all these other things? Do you think that's done just because, hey, we love football, let's write $1 billion check? They're branding. People brand. You brand if you're in the public eye at all. I brand. Politicians brand. Parties brand themselves, and brand is extremely important for political parties. What is Donald Trump's brand? Everyone knows it, right? Brash, mean to the media, tough on China, tough on illegal immigration. That's Donald Trump's brand. Everybody knows it. Anybody can mention that. Anybody can. It's an important brand to have. The man knows how to brand. Before he was a politician, he spent his whole life branding. That's why there's Trump Tower here and Trump Tower there and Trump Golf Course here. The man knows about branding. Helicopters with Trump on the side. We all remember him flying that sweet private jet that he had with big Trump on the side of it when he was campaigning for election. Republican Party brands itself. God and country. Guns. The Democrat Party brands itself, and the Democrat leadership has been branding itself for the last 3 years. Whether intentionally or otherwise, they are branding. They are driving home in the minds of every single American citizen, this is who we are. This is what we are. And this movement, this impeach the president movement, was always going to have a brand to it. But here's the thing about branding, and this is important, and all the pros realize this. Branding, it's all about discipline. It's all about self-discipline. It's all about keeping yourself in check. It's not about running to the microphone every chance you get and spouting off whatever your feels are at the moment. No, if you want to properly brand, you must decide what your brand is and stay within that box at all times. Well, the Democrats have an impeachment problem, ladies and gentlemen. Not the fact that their impeachment's going to fail. It was always going to fail. This is always a loser. They have a branding problem with impeachment, and that's why they've dropped it like a stone in the polls the entire time. They wanted to say it was a somber affair, a sober affair. Look, nobody takes any joy in this. How many people did you hear trying to say that? Well, the problem is they were never able to hang on to that brand. From the very beginning till yesterday when Nancy Pelosi was signing the articles of impeachment with pens that have impeachment on them. With pens, with custom-made pens that will undoubtedly go right to the DNC and be auctioned off for $10,000 a piece. When you have pre-printed pens for the occasion, it's very difficult to convince the American people, hey, I don't take any pleasure in this. Anyway, can we get those custom pens over there? I'll sign a bumper sticker if you need one. That's bad branding. They marched yesterday, too. You know how they took the articles of impeachment from the House to the Senate? They didn't, assign an intern, hand him a little manila envelope and said, take these to the Senate. They didn't have one person, okay, I'll be the one to take it, walk briskly, maybe with a security guard. All right, I got to go to the Senate. No, ladies and gentlemen, like they're having a funeral for a dying, or I should say, you don't have a funeral for anyone who's dying, a funeral for a dead king. That you're looking at right there on the screen is real. They held the articles of impeachment out in front of them, and all the managers of impeachment chose to walk it from the House to the Senate. By the way, if I can say something nice about somebody in that video, though, look at little Jerry Nadler keeping up with everyone else. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Mitch McConnell, he's all over this thing. He got up and said, sobriety? What?
House Democrats said over and over that they recognize the gravity and the seriousness of this action. And of course, they had only come to it reluctantly. Well, nothing says seriousness and sobriety like handing out souvenirs, as though this were a happy bill signing instead of the gravest process in our Constitution.